Hello everyone, this is Yumiko's channel. Today I'm going to talk about the mysterious of shuffling. First, let me explain the two magic tricks. Before I explain the magic tricks, let's make the pile of cards to a repeating pattern pile. We can complete this by creating 4 piles of cards. Club, heart, spade, diamond, and drawing one card at a time from the top and make the pile. The result, the cards are stacked repeatedly in order of club, heart, spade, diamond from the bottom. And we will use two shuffling methods here. The cut and the riffle shuffle. A cut looks like this. Divide the cards into two and stack the bottom pile onto the top pile. And the riffle shuffle looks like this. Divide the cards into two and mixing cards by flicking the edges of cards together with our thumbs. Now, the preparations are complete. Let's demonstrate two magic tricks. First trick. First, cut the deck at any position you like. You can cut it as many times as you want. Second, hold the deck face down. Split it into two and lay the cards into two piles on the table. They don't have to be exactly equal halves. Third, combine the two piles using a riffle shuffle. The cards from the two piles don't need to alternate perfectly. Fourth, deal the cards out two at a time, face up from the top of the deck. And look at those. From now on, we will represent red as R and black as B. For example, if the top 20 cards after the riffle shuffle were RBBRB, RRBRB, BRRBBR, RBBR. And you deal them alternately into two piles. We get these. In other words, dealing them two at a time always result is in a red-black pair. So whenever you let two cards off the top and show them, they are guaranteed to be a red-black combination. After all, you can't distinguish between RB and BR in this context. Now for the next trick. Second trick. First, cut the deck at any position you like. You can cut it as many times as you want. Second, deal any number of cards face down onto the table or form a pile. This reverses the order of the cards. Third, combine that cards and the remaining cards using a riffle shuffle. Again, the cards from the two piles don't need to alternate perfectly. And look at that. I will take the top 4 cards from the packets and one by one show them to you. And what do we find? The 4 cards I've revealed include 4 types of cards. In other words, the next 4 cards also include 4 types of cards, and this pattern continues right down to the final 4 cards. Why is this? We tend to assume that shuffling mixes the cards up completely. However, cuts and riffle shuffle do not result in a perfect mix. Then let's try the experiment again. First trick. All result a red-brown pair. Second trick. All 4 cards include 4 types of cards. I didn't provide a proof, but I think you found it interesting enough, didn't you? That concludes the shuffle magic tricks. Next time, I'd like to tell you my mentor, Professor Kuroda. Bye.